Hey everyone, this is Kristen from Salem State's PEAR program. I'm here to give you a quick little tutorial on the biology of your emotions. We're going to talk briefly about what your body looks like under stress and what it looks like when you're calm. We talk a lot about the body under stress experiencing a lot of the fight or flight response. You might be familiar with the fight or flight response from learning about it in biology back in high school. I describe it a lot to people as something that we've really had in our biology since caveman times, when our choices were often to fight off a saber-toothed tiger or flee. We don't often talk about the freeze response, which goes along with it, that sometimes when faced with a fearful, stressful situation, our body decides to freeze to protect us as opposed to fleeing or fighting. The biggest thing to remember is the fight or flight response is developed to keep us safe. But what happens often is that switch gets turned on due to a traumatic situation and doesn't get turned back off again very easily. What that looks like is a grouping of different symptoms, behaviors, and feelings of racing heart, tense muscles, freezing, as I said, kind of checking out, feeling out of control or really fearful. What happens is the amygdala, which is the brain's emotional center, goes in a high alert during times of stress and triggers the fight or flight response. And then in order to respond to the amygdala's command, the adrenal glands produce the stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. These stress hormones fuel that fight or flight response and fuel those symptoms of anxiety, panic, and fear that we feel. When we engage in some calming activities, such as meditation or yoga or deep breathing, or everyday activities we find relaxing, spending time with our pets or our friends, reading a book, anything that we find calming can really help the body and the brain to relax. The amygdala will trigger a reaction that stimulates the production of endorphins, which are natural painkillers, serotonin, which is a natural antidepressant, and dopamine, which is a feel-good hormone. Your adrenal glands then will decrease production of the stress hormones, such as cortisol and adrenaline. So as you can see, once your body is under stress and that fight or flight response is turned on, even if it's turned on long term, once you begin to do calming, relaxing activities, it can biologically really work to turn off that fight or flight response and decrease the secretion of those stress hormones. So please join me as I run you through a series of videos to practice different relaxation strategies, such as guided meditation, yoga, deep breathing, and a few others. Hopefully you'll find them helpful and begin to rewire your biology and become a calmer you. Thank you.